Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to again solve 5 most frequently asked SQL questions into the data analytics interview or BI or Tableau developer or BI developer interview or any interview related to the data engineering or data science where the SQL questions or SQL knowledge is mandatory. So if you are preparing for the SQL questions, then stay tuned and watch this video till the end so that you will get a very brief understanding of what are the different kind of questions the interviewer asks into the questions. So I am going to cover the most SQL questions asked in the product based companies. So without wasting much time, let's get started. All right, so first question is, we have a employee table and we have to calculate or we have to retrieve the data where the employee earning is more than their manager earning. Okay, so we will go and check what are the different components present under the employee table. So I will hit over to the employee table and will retrieve all the columns, like select star from employee 2 because it is named as a employee 2 into my database. So here I have the whole list of the employee table where I have different attributes, and I have the job cat, which is a key column to solve our question, and we have the ID with us. All right, so what we are going to do, we are going to only retrieve the ID and job cat. Okay, so ID and job cat from the employee 2. So this is what we have. Now what we are going to do, we are going to see whether which are the who is the manager and who is the employee. Okay, so that what we have to do, we have to do a cross join and check who is the employee and who is the manager for that particular employee. So if we do the cross joining, we'll get the m into n combination, like one to multiple relationship will be there, and we will get the all combinations. All right, so let's get started on that. So e1 comma emp2 e2, like this. So what I'll do, I'll simply write e1 dot id, e1 dot job category, and here I simply call out the attributes from the employee number 2, like employee 2. So hope you found this is meaningful, and let's see what is the combination. So here is what the combinations are there. So we got one to many relationship over here. Now we don't need all these four, we just need the employee IDs or the employee who have the higher salary. Okay, so we will cut down all this, or let me give you some more good idea on that. So let me say e1 dot salary comma 2 dot salary. So likewise we will get the salary details also. So we just have to compare these two salaries and employee and his manager. If the employee salary is higher than the manager salary, then we will get that as a output. So that logic we have to build in this query. So I'll apply where condition over here, where e1 dot salary is higher than e2 dot salary, like this. And let's see. So this has met our criteria. So now we just need the employee ID over here. That's it. so you can call it out and you can fulfill this requirement. So hope you found this useful. This is how we will get the employee earning more than their manager. So these are the employee IDs who are earning more than their managers. All right, so but if you see here, the job cat is manager, and here is a job cat is manager, so manager having another manager with him. So let me apply that condition over here, and e1 dot job cat is equal to not in manager. So by this we will get another filter. All right, so you see here we get only equal to manager. So these are the employees, and for these employees this is the manager, this is the salary of employee, and this is salary of manager. So here we got the as per our logic we got all the employees who have higher salary than his manager. So hope this logic is clear to you. Now we will jump on the next stage. Next question is we have to find the duplicate orders, and we have the order database here, store database. So let's see what are the different things present in the order table. So select star from orders. If you see here we have huge data. Now we have to find out the duplicate orders. Okay, so a very fundamental way to find out the duplicate order is just use the count over the order, and you can group it by order. So whatever different order ID distinct order is present we will get the aggregated data for that particular order, and as an aggregation we are only performing count of that particular order. So let me show you that. Select count, or let me show you order ID and count of order ID from orders group by order ID. So if you see, and let me do it the order by also, so it will be more easy now. Order by count of order ID. The distance. So if you see here, order is ending with the 987, has 12 entries. So these are 12 duplicate orders has been captured in the data, and likewise we got all the different orders. So as per the question, these are the duplicate orders, but that could be a possibility of distinct product ID or a different name or customer name, something else. But this is only showing us a duplicate order IDs present into the data. Okay, so hope this is clear to you. Now next question is find out the customer who never order. So here we have the customer table and the order table. So we have to only identify the customer who has not placed any order. Simply we have to compare the data or the customer name details from the customer table and compare that with the customer names present into the order table. Okay, so as per this logic we can use the if exist into or is into or in operation. So let me show that to you. So select star from customer. If I run this, I'll get the customer ID, customer name. So let me write the customer name over here, customer name. All right, so we have the customer name and I'll use the keyword distinct customer name because it will return only the distinct data. This is the customer name. Okay, where customer dot customer name is not exist or is not in select customer name from orders. So let me show orders table as well. If you see here, we have the customer name column here, so that's why we are using the customer name column in orders. So I hope this could work. There could be a minor error in the syntax, so hope you don't mind. So this is the list of the customer who has not placed any order into the orders table. Okay, so hope you find this query useful, and this is self-explanatory query, so I don't think any explanation needed for this particular one. Next one is like delete duplicate customers. So here we have to delete the duplicate customer from the order table. Let's say order table or any customer table. We'll pick up the order table. All right, so select customer name from orders. Now see, we have many customer who has repeated multiple time. So we have the duplicate customers, we can see here, and we have to delete this. All right, so before that, first we have to identify this into our record. So we have identified. Now we have to apply the logic where we can identify the duplicate count. Okay, so for that purpose what we can do, we can apply the window function. Window function is like a row number onto the customer name, so that we can get the separate row numbers for each customer if it is duplicate. Let me show that to you if it is not clear. Here I'll say row number over partition by customer name, order by customer name descending as RN from this particular order. So let me show the output for this query. If you see here, we have the Aaron Hawkins 2 times over here. So for first record we got the row number as 1, for the second record we got the row number as a 2. Similarly, for Arun Samayang link we got the row number as 1. For second record we got the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of times the record is repeated, we got the appended row number for that particular customer. Okay, so our criteria to delete the duplicate record is where Rn is greater than 1. Okay, you got my point. Deleting criteria is Rn is greater than 1. So let me show that to you. Select star from below table. This will be act as a city table as temp. Let's say temp, where temp dot Rn is greater than 1. So we got all the duplicate record which is greater than 1, and we have to delete this record from the table. So delete syntax is pretty simple. So this is the actual condition, right? Now I will leave this question to you. You have to apply the delete syntax over this logic and share your syntax into the comment section. So in the next video I will pick up your syntax and apply over here, and I will show the results to you. So this is a small exercise for you guys, and if you are watching this video carefully, will note it down, because this is how you have to write the query in interview and you have to explore the SQL concept. So this is how you have to practice, you have to brush up your SQL skills. Okay, so I will leave this delete syntax to you. I gave the logic, now you have to write the syntax and share your syntax into the comment section. Okay, now we will go to the last question of the day. So we have the temperature details in the table, and we have to write a query to find out all the date with higher temperature compared to its previous date. So we have to capture only dates which having the higher temperature compared to its previous day. So here we can use the lagging function, also you can use the date difference function also. I'll quickly show that to you. First I'll try to show you the table. Select star from temperature 1. Alright, don't consider the spellings, it is completely fine. Now we have the table, we have a date function, date column, we have the temperature, average temperature, and this is a temperature uncertainty that is not at all needed to write our query, but we need first 2 columns. So for date we have to calculate the difference between the temperature. Let's say for the 2nd of December the temperature was 2.79, and 1st of December we had a minus 2.63. so what is query saying? All the date IDs with higher temperature compared to its previous day. So 2nd of December having higher temperature compared to 1st of December, so our output should return the 2nd of December in the query. So likewise 3rd of December will show the high temperature compared to 2nd of December, so output will return the 3rd of December. But if you see the 4th of December, it is 4.065 degree, which is lower than the 3rd of December, which is 20.92 degree. So this will not be the part of output. So likewise, this logic will be applied to all the data, and we will get all the dates having the higher temperature compared to its last date. So how you can achieve this? I'll try to show you. Okay, so here you have to apply the date difference function, and before that you have to first use the cross join. Okay, so this one is our t1 comma t2. So if you run this query, you will get m into n outputs. That means you will get one to many relationship, and you will get all the combination of the rows. Okay, so simply we have the t1 and a t2 date, t1 date and t2 date. Okay, let me make it more clear now. So t1 dot date comma t2 dot date comma t1 dot average temperature. So we need only this data, right? Now if you see here, we have this date from 8 of March 2024, and we have the 1st of December 2023. So this is not a previous day. We have to go and check the previous day. So for that we have to see the difference between the date should be equal to 1. Okay, so if it is equal to 1, that means the date we are going to compare with the previous date. You got my point? So what you have to do, let me try to show you here if it is working, as this is the text data. So I think this may not work, but let me see. Okay, so if you see here, we are getting error because of the data type is not matching, and we are getting the null values. So that's why we are not able to implement the date logic, but I will quickly show you how to. If it is working with your system, you can try the below logic like this. So let's say you have this with you. Okay, so let me cut this down. Here I'll apply condition where t1 dot dt, or let's say date diff t1 dot dt t2 dot dt is equal to 1, and t1 dot average temperature, this is less than t2 dot average temperature. That means t1 have the less temperature and t2 have the more temperature. So that way t2, which is a leading day, will get this into the output. Okay, so if you write this query, you will get the output where we are simply checking the date difference, which is 1, and the temperature is supposed to be lower than the previous day temperature. So this is the logic. You can try with your system, and with the current data set, what we can do, we can use some string operation to identify the difference. So let me try that and quickly show that to you. All right, so I just did some R&D around, and I didn't find any relevant solution because it is a text type, and when I change the text to the date, it is showing me the null values, as you can see on the screen. So logic in my system is not working, but You can try the same logic with your system and it should work, because we are simply calculating the difference between the two consecutive dates, and if it is 1, then we are simply comparing the temperature, and if it is less than the previous day, and it is returning the record. So this should work, and you can try this with your system and do let me know if it is working or not. So this is all about this video. Hope you find this useful, and if you are preparing for the SQL interview, feel free to watch another videos on my channel, and if you have any question, doubts, feel free to ask. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can connect, and this could help for all of us to do our learning better. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.